Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Lavanya. In the previous video lecture, we had discussed about the pro forma of book profit and eligible remuneration. Also, we had solved two problems on the book profit and eligible remuneration. Please click the description box below to check the previous video lecture. Today, let us learn how to compute business income. Also, let's understand how to solve book profit when they have given us net loss in the problem, and also how to compute business income when the book profit is negative. Let us also solve one problem on partnership firm assessed as association of person under section 185. Let's look into the problem. Rav and Jane, a partnership firm consists of two partners, reports a net profit of rupees 7 lakh before deduction of the following items. So, in the problem they have specified that the items given in the problem is before deduction. That is, these items are not considered on the debit side of the profit and loss account. If it is an inadmissible item, then we should not consider it on the debit side of profit and loss account. But if it is allowable or admissible items, then we have to consider on the debit side of profit and loss account. So, your income minus your expenses is profit. So, we have 7 lakh of profit in the problem. Now, as they have told us before deduction, all these items given in the problem is not considered on the debit side of profit and loss account. Now, let us check the items one by one, whether it is admissible item or inadmissible item. So, first point is salary of rupees 20,000 each per month payable to two working partners of a firm as authorized by partnership deed. Okay, so for the purpose of assessing partnership firm, the income paid by a partnership firm to its partners is called as profit and not salary, bonus or commission. Hence, these values are inadmissible expense. These values are inadmissible expense to partnership firm. So, the items which are inadmissible is not deductible on the debit side of profit and loss account. If they have not considered it, then we will ignore the values. We will ignore the values. I repeat, if they have specifically stated that before deduction, then they have not considered salary on the debit side of profit and loss account. And if they have not considered it, then it is actually correct. So we will ignore it. So second point we have here is depreciation on plant and machinery under section 32 computed to rupees 1,50,000. Depreciation is an allowable expense. Since they have not debited to the profit and loss account, that is, they have not deducted the value, we will deduct the value to the net profit to get proper book profit. We will deduct to the net profit to get proper book profit. So, net profit as per profit and loss account, we have rupees 7 lakh which is given in the problem, less admissible expenses not debited to profit and loss account, that is depreciation. Depreciation on plant and machinery under section 32 is rupees 1,50,000. So, depreciation 1,50,000 we have considered here. Next point is interest on capital at 15% as per partnership deed. The amount of capital eligible is for the interest is rupees 5 lakh. So, interest on capital to the extent of 12% is admissible, and whatever exceeds 12% will be treated as inadmissible value. Now, we had discussed about this in previous session. If it is more than 12%, then it is inadmissible expense. If it is below the limit of 12%, then it is admissible. So, in the problem, we have 15% of interest on capital. right? So exceeded value of 12% is inadmissible, that is not deductible. As stated in the problem, they have not deducted the value. So we have to ignore the 3%, that is 15% minus allowable value of 12%. So inadmissible value of 3% is ignored. But allowable value of 12% is also not deducted in the problem. So we have to deduct that 12% as admissible expense not debited to profit and loss account. So interest on capital up to 12%, that is 5 lakh into 12% comes to 60,000. So net profit of rupees 7 lakh. Adding these two admissible expenses, the value comes to 2,10,000. We have to deduct the value. 7 lakh minus 2,10,000, the value is 4,90,000. So the book profit is 4,90,000. We have calculated the first point that they had asked us, book profit. Now we have to calculate allowable working partner salary. To calculate eligible remuneration, we have to consider very two important points. One is actual remuneration and another one is maximum limit. Actual remuneration includes salary, bonus and commission given to all the partners of the firm, that is working partners. So in this problem we have salary of 20,000 each per month payable to two working partners of the firm. So 20,000 into, they have given us for month, we have to compute it for annum, into 12 into how many working partners we have, into 2. So the value comes to 4,80,000. So the actual remuneration is 20,000 into 2 into 12, 4,80,000. Maximum limit, we have again two subclassified criteria. One is on first 3,90% of the book profit or 1,50,000, whichever is higher. So on first 3 lakh, if you calculate 90%, the value comes to 2,70,000. Or you have to compare with 1,50,000. Now 2,70,000 or 1,50,000, which is higher? 2,70,000, right? So you have considered 2,70,000 plus. Now on the remaining balance, that is 4,90,000 minus whatever you have considered as first 3 lakh here. Now remaining value, that is 1,90,000 into 60%. The standard rate of 60% comes to 1,14,000. So when you sum up these two values, the total value that you get is 3,84,000. Okay, I repeat the point. You have to compare eligible remuneration with actual value of remuneration paid to working partners or maximum limit, whichever is less. So here we have actual remuneration of 4,80,000 and maximum limit of 3,84,000. Now which is lesser value? 3,84,000, right? So this will be your eligible remuneration. So we have now computed allowable remuneration. Next question is to calculate the business income of the firm. Let us first understand how to compute business income. Firstly, you should know your book profit and also allowable remuneration. Now book profit minus allowable remuneration will be your business income or income from business or profession. So taxable income from the business is book profit minus eligible remuneration will be your business income. Okay, now let's compute the taxable income of the firm. Now we have a book profit of rupees 4,90,000 in the problem. So we have considered 4,90,000 book profit. We have eligible remuneration of 3,84,000 in the problem. So eligible remuneration 3,84,000 less eligible remuneration 3,84,000. So the business income or taxable income of the firm comes to 1,06,000. So that is book profit 4,90,000 minus 3,84,000 eligible remuneration. The remaining balance, that is 1,06,000, will be your business income. Okay, so we have also computed the third point, taxable business income. Easy, right? Okay, let's move to the next question. X and Company, a partnership firm as such, furnishes the following details in the profit and loss account. So firstly we have sales, the business value of rupees 2,92,000, and we have net loss in the problem. Right. So whenever we are computing book profit, now first point is to consider net loss or net profit. So in this problem we have net loss of rupees 1,72,000 we have considered here, the negative balance. Now we have cost of goods in the problem, that is business purchase to the extent of 2,80,000. Now we have other expense. Other expense is an allowable expense to the firm, but we have to always check the adjustment. Now we have other expenses debited include 13,600 not allowable. So to the extent of 13,600 will be treated as inadmissible value. So we have to add back to the net profit, stating it as inadmissible expense, that is debited to profit and loss account. So other expense not allowable is 13,600. Next point we have here is interest on capital to partners, rupees 25,000. So if they have not given us any percentage, then this value will be considered as allowable value. Interest on capital will be assumed that it is within 12%. But if they have given us any adjustment stating with regards to interest on capital, then we have to consider it. Now interest on capital to partners is in excess of 7,100. So they have not given us any percentage as such in the problem, but they have directly computed the value and given us the excess value. So interest on capital which is in excess is 7,100. Right. So the next point we have is remuneration. Remuneration to partners 68,000. As we already know, any remuneration paid to partners is always inadmissible. So 68,000 we have added here, since it is debited on the debit side of profit and loss account. So the total value of these inadmissible expenses comes to 88,700. So 88,700 minus 1,72,000 comes to minus 83,300. That is minus 1,72,000 plus 88,700. Minus into plus is minus. You have to keep the sign of greater number. 83,300 will be your book loss. Or negative book profit. So now we have calculated the question, first question, book profit of the firm. Second point is to calculate permissible remuneration to partners under section 40B. So to calculate permissible remuneration or eligible remuneration, two important criteria. One is actual amount of remuneration and the other one is maximum limit. Now whenever we have negative balance, that is negative book profit or book loss, your maximum limit will always be 1,50,000. I repeat the point, whenever we have negative book profit, then the maximum limit will always be 1,50,000. So actual amount of remuneration to partners is 68,000. So we have considered 68,000 here. As we already know, 1,50,000 will be our standard limit if we have negative book profit or book loss. Now it is 1,50,000 which we have taken here. So eligible remuneration will be least of the following two, that is 68,000 or 1,50,000. So which is less now? 68,000, right? So 68,000 will be your eligible remuneration. So now we have calculated point 2 as well. The third question is to calculate income of the firm. So to calculate income of the firm, we will consider first book profit or loss. We have book loss in the problem of 83,300. So we have negative value less eligible remuneration of 68,000. So book loss of 83,300 minus 68,000, we will get minus 1,51,300. That is minus 83,300 less 68,000 will be minus into minus, you will add it, but keep the sign of greater number, right? So 83,300 minus negative value of 83,300 minus 68,000, you will get minus 1,51,300. That is business loss. Okay, let us look into next question. ABC is a partnership firm carrying on business in which ABC are partners sharing profits and losses equally. Okay, so we have loss as per profit and loss account after debiting the remuneration to partners and interest on their capital is 2,50,000. So we have net loss in the problem of rupees 2,50,000. Okay, so the second point is remuneration to partners. So as they have already stated, after debiting, they have deducted the value. Now if they have deducted the value, remuneration, you already know it is an inadmissible expense to the partnership firm. And hence, if they have deducted, we have to add it back to the net profit. So remuneration to partners, partner A 90,000, partner B 60,000 and partner C 30,000 will be added back as inadmissible expense debited to profit and loss account. So adding 90,000 plus 60,000 and 30,000 comes to 1,80,000. Next point is interest on capital. Now we have 20,000 interest on capital to A, and for B 20,000, and for C it is again 20,000. There is no specific rate given in the problem, but in the fourth point, as on 1/4/2015, the capital of each partner is 1 lakh. So each partner have contributed the capital of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so 1 lakh is the capital of each partner. So how many partners we have? A, B and C. So we have 3 partners. So the total capital of the firm comes to 3 lakh. Okay, right? So to the extent of 12%, if it exceeds 12%, it is inadmissible, and within 12% is admissible. So they can deduct to the extent of 12%. So on this 3 lakh, if you calculate at the rate 12%, then it comes to 36,000. So what is the amount of capital they have deducted on the debit side now? That is 60,000. 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000, 60,000. So they can deduct only to the extent of 36,000, not 60,000. So here in the problem, in the solution, interest on capital, that is excess value of 12%, will be considered as inadmissible expense. That is 1 lakh into 3 lakh is the total capital of the firm, out of which 12% is admissible value, that is 36,000. So 60,000 minus 36,000, 24,000 is inadmissible value. So 1,80,000 is the remuneration, which is an inadmissible expense. Again we have 24,000 interest on capital, inadmissible expense. When you sum up these two values, you will get 2,04,000. So to the extent of 2,04,000 will be treated as inadmissible expense of the firm. Now we have net loss in the problem to the extent of 2,50,000, right? When you add 2,04,000 to the value, you will get 46,000 negative balance. That is minus 2,50,000 plus 2,04,000, you will get minus 46,000. Okay, in the question they have asked us to work out the income of the firm. So now to calculate business income, firstly we should know book profit as well as eligible remuneration. So we have already calculated book profit. Now let us calculate eligible remuneration. So eligible remuneration is actual amount of remuneration paid to partners is 1,80,000 and maximum limit is 1,50,000. Now whenever you have negative book profit, whenever you have book loss, the maximum limit will always be 1,50,000. Now this is the standard value. So eligible remuneration will be the least of actual amount of remuneration or maximum limit. So 1,80,000 or 1,50,000, which is less? 1,50,000, right? So 1,50,000 will be your eligible remuneration. So the actual question is to calculate the business income of the firm, right? So we have book loss of minus 46,000. We have eligible remuneration, that is 1,50,000 in the problem, right? So minus 46,000 minus 1,50,000, the value will be minus 1,96,000. So the business loss we have to the extent of 1,96,000 in this problem. So we have calculated income of the firm. They have also asked us to calculate partners' income, that is individual partners' income, assuming that the partners have no other income. So we have to also calculate individual partners' income in this problem. Okay, let us compute taxable income of partners. So the profit of the firm is exempt under section 10(2)(a). Now it is exempt under section 10(2)(a) because the partner's share in the total income of the firm is exempt under section 10(2)(a), which means now the firm income is taxable in the name of the firm and not in the name of partners, and hence it is exempt under section 10(2)(a). So there are two incomes partners are earning now. One is remuneration, another one is interest on capital. Out of total interest on capital, that is 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000, 60,000, we had considered only 24,000 for the purpose of calculating tax. We have not considered 36,000 here. This 36,000 was treated as admissible expense. Now this value is not considered for the tax purpose, and hence now this value will be taxed in the hands of partners. Since they have equal value of interest on capital, that is 20, 20, 20, now this 36,000 will also be shared equally to partners, that is 36,000 into 1/3 for each partner. So 36,000 into 1/3 for A, into 1/3 for B, and into 1/3 for C. So the amount comes to 12,000, 12,000 and 12,000. So the next income is remuneration to partner. It is partner A 90,000, partner B 60,000 and partner C 30,000. The income of each partner in the form of remuneration is different. So they will pay tax in their respective income ratios. That is 90,000 is to 60,000 is to 30,000. So this is 3:2:1. So total remuneration is 90,000 plus 60,000 plus 30,000, it is 1,80,000. So total remuneration given to partners is 1,80,000. But the allowable remuneration that they have considered here is 1,50,000. That means to the extent of 1,50,000, this particular firm has escaped from paying tax. That they have deducted 1,50,000 here. So eligible remuneration, how much ever the company has gained by deducting the value, now that to that extent will be taxed in the hands of partners. So, though the value of remuneration given to partners is 1,80,000, but they have not paid tax to the extent of 1,50,000. Now, this 1,50,000 will be considered, and this value will be taxed in the hands of partners. So, for partner A, 1,50,000 into his ratio is out of 6, that is 3:2:1, 3 plus 2 plus 1 out of 6. His ratio is 3. So that comes to 75,000. For partner B, again 1,50,000 into out of 6 share, his share is 2. So the value comes to 50,000. And for C, again 1,50,000 into out of 6, his share is 1, which comes to 25,000. So the total remuneration that is taxable in the hands of partners is 87,000, 62,000 and 37,000 respectively. Okay, let's look into the next problem. The following is profit and loss account of a partnership firm assessed as AOP. Okay, now who is an AOP? If a person or the company engaged in the business and they do not know what type of business they are doing, then this kind of firm or a company or a business is called as partnership firm of an association of person. Now they are assessed as association of person under section 185. So for the year ended 31st March 2019, commenced by ABC, and they've carrying the business for 10 years. Now they have asked us to compute business income of the firm. Okay. When the partnership firm is assessed as other firms or as AOPs, then no deduction is available for any payment made from the firm to its partners. So in the problem we have gross profit and we have interest on bank deposit. So interest on bank deposit is taxable under the head income from other source. So this is non-business income, right? So we have excise duty. Excise duty is related to business. Now excise duty is paid by firm or company if they are manufacturing or producing any goods within Indian boundary, and the value which is paid for excise duty is refunded here. Now this is a business value that has come back to the business itself, and hence this value will be ignored. So we have interest on bank deposit, which is a non-business income. Now let's firstly check how much income we have. So we have a net profit of 1,90,000. So we have a net profit of 1,90,000, right? So on the debit side, we have general expenses. Whenever they give general expense, it is a normal expense of the firm. But we have to always check the adjustment if there is any additional information. So general expense includes rupees 25,000, which is inadmissible. So out of this 4 lakh, to the extent of 25,000 is inadmissible value. So we have to add back this value, this deducted value, to the net profit. So inadmissible expense, add inadmissible expense debited to profit and loss account. General expense 25,000. Now second one is entertainment expense. Entertainment expense is an allowable expense. It is an allowable expense, so we will ignore it. Now the next point is advertisement expense. So advertisement expense is related to business. So, but in the question, in the adjustment, they have stated advertisement expense includes rupees 45,000 for advertising some political party. So, they are not promoting their business or their goods, but they are trying to promote some third political party, some other third person, and hence the value to the extent of 45,000 will be treated as inadmissible value. Out of 1,45,000, 45,000 is inadmissible. So advertisement expense to political party 45,000 we have considered here. Next point is to rent rates and taxes related to business, and hence we will ignore. The next point we have is salary. So salary, bonus or commission to give given to partner is always inadmissible. So we have to add it back to the net profit as inadmissible expense. So salary to partners 4,25,000, summing up all the values of each partner. So the next point is interest on capital. So partner A at 20%, partner B at 10%, partner C at 15%. Now for AOPs, this greater than 12% or less than 12% criteria is not applicable. When a partnership firm is assessed as other firms or association of person, no deduction is available for any payment. So they will not get any kind of deduction benefit. That is why we will consider complete 90,000 as inadmissible expense of the firm. So we will not consider extra value that is greater than 12% as inadmissible value, but we will consider complete value as inadmissible value because there is no deduction given to association of persons. So complete 90,000 we have considered here. So the next point we have is donation and income tax. So both are inadmissible expense. So we have added back to net profit both donation of 1,36,000 and income tax of 49,000. Summing up all these values, the complete total inadmissible expense comes to 77,000. So now let us add the net profit of 1,90,000 to 7,70,000. So the value is 9,60,000. So the net profit of 1,90,000 plus inadmissible expense of 7,70,000, the subtotal value is 9,60,000. But on the credit side of profit and loss account, we have interest on bank deposit. Now this value is non-business income. Since they have added the value, considering it on the credit side of profit and loss account, we have to deduct the value stating it as non-business income credited to profit and loss account. So bank deposit 45,000 we have deducted here. So 9,60,000 minus 45,000, the remaining balance will be called as business income. 9,15,000 is called as business income. Now for AOPs, we will not calculate eligible remuneration because there is no deduction available for any payment made to other firms, and hence your book profit will be your business income. So that's it for this lecture. Please comment below if you have any questions. We'll meet very soon in the next video lecture. Till then, happy learning. Stay tuned.